Hello, I'm Lynn Singleton, President and CEO of the Providence Performing Arts Center, and today I'd like to share with you the current status of our TACO, the White Family Foundation Broadway series and the Encore series. First and foremost, I extend to you our deepest thanks as we've had to navigate numerous schedule changes and for your continued loyalty as PPAC subscribers and patrons. Your support has been gratifying to me and our entire PPAC team, both on a professional and a personal level. The entire Broadway industry has determined to do a national reset of all touring shows this winter through late next fall, which means that all Broadway subscription shows and Broadway performances will not take place at PPAC from this January through June of 21. To give you some insight into the process and timeline for producing and booking our touring shows, I'd like to introduce to you two highly respected Broadway industry insiders to share some of the many elements that have to take into account when creating a show that will travel throughout the country and in many cases the world. First, please welcome Sue Frost, who has had extensive experience in the theater industry. Sue has produced many Broadway shows and is currently the producer of the musical Come From Away.
Hi, I'm Sue Frost, and I'm the producer of the musical Come From Away. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the challenges we producers are facing as we look toward bringing our shows back to the road. The most important thing for us right now is, of course, health and safety of our company and of the audience. To talk a little bit about the challenges we have keeping our company safe, my show, Come From Away, is a relatively small show, which means we travel with about 60 people. And that means we have to think about their safety as we move from city to city, whether we're on an airplane or whether we're on a bus. We have to think about moving in and out of hotels. What are those hotels like? Do they have safety protocols? Are they cleaned regularly? We're working with the unions who are very concerned about their members and making sure that when they come back, they're in a safe environment. And then when we're at the theater, we're backstage together, we're in dressing rooms together, we're interacting with your local crews. Some of our orchestras are interacting with local musicians in a crowded orchestra pit. How do we protect everyone? So all of those things are things that we think about and we're working on and trying to develop a plan so that when we do come back, we can stay back and we can keep everybody performing. Remounting our show is going to present its own set of challenges, but nothing like the challenges that a brand new show is going to face, because not only do they have to put a show up from scratch and cast it and rehearse it and costume it and build the scenery, all of that has to happen in a safe environment, in an environment where people are protected and where we know that the end result is going to be realized in a timely fashion. It's a lot to think about, but think about all of these tours as their own worlds, and they travel around from place to place with truckloads of scenery and costumes and props, and all of the actors and stage managers and company managers and band and crew, and all of those little pieces that have to go back together again. And we have to know that the scenery's running smoothly, the costumes still fit, and the lights and the sound equipment are still working. One of the reasons it's going to take us a while to come back is we need to come back to full houses. The experience of sharing a Broadway show between the actor and the audience is unique and special. And socially distanced audiences are not going to create anywhere near the same feeling that a house full of people laughing, crying, clapping does. It is also not possible for us to make this work financially. We need to know that we can accommodate all of the subscribers in the week that we're in town. We need to know that we can meet our financial model and what it takes for us to travel from town to town, what it takes for us to present the show. That financial model requires full houses. But mostly it is that relationship between our actors, between our performers and you, and the energy that that you both feed off of creates that unique experience, which is a Broadway show. But we're going to get there. Don't you worry, we're going to get there.
Thanks, Sue. Our next guest is my longtime friend, Meredith Bray, president of the booking group, which schedules numerous national and international Broadway tours, including Hamilton.
Hi, my name is Meredith Bray. I'm the president of the booking group, and I represent the national tours of Hamilton, Dear Evan Hansen, Come From Away, Mean Girls, The Book of Mormon, To Kill a Mockingbird, and many others. And I'm here to talk to you about the process of booking a tour. So to start with the basics, in order to get a show from point A to point B, you have to determine the size of the show, which determines how quickly you can travel. One of our objectives is to open in a given city on a Tuesday and close on a Sunday. Needless to say, some markets are closer to each other than others. Shows travel anywhere from a 3 to a 4 truck show to 25 to 30 trucks. Those are the big blockbusters. Generally speaking, most touring shows travel in anywhere from 5 to 8 trucks. The challenges of routing a tour are the availability of the venues. So if I'm starting in Buffalo, the next logical thing would be to go to Rochester or to go to Cleveland, but the venue that I need to go to next may not be available because they've got another show then, or the symphony is in the venue then, or there's a graduation, or there's any number of things or other commitments that the venue may have that don't make it available. So one of the challenges now in the current climate in booking a contiguous tour is that we don't necessarily have any consistency in what states are open when. So if I'm trying to get a show across the country, I need to know that I can get from Ohio to Iowa and that the states in between are open for business. But that's one of the many challenges that we're all trying to face in many different walks of life, not just in the theater business. The process has changed a little bit for us. No, it's changed a great deal for us over the past several months, having to deal with the shutdowns across the nation. So we are actively trying to put the pieces of the puzzle back together multiple times as the landscape keeps changing and as the timing keeps changing and as we continue, unfortunately, to live in a world where we don't have all the answers yet. So we're dealing with that reality and we're booking and we're rebooking and we will continue to rebook until we can get these shows back on the road and back to your cities. That's the goal.
Thanks, Meredith. As Sue and Meredith have indicated, it takes a great deal of strategic planning and coordination of talent, both on and off stage, and months of effort and vast financial resources to create and mount a show even in the best of times. We now are working to confirm new show dates from late fall of 21 through the middle of 22, and we will provide this information to you as soon as we have it. Your current subscription payments and your season parking pass, if you reserved one, will be applied to the schedule in 21-22. You do not need to take any action. If you hold tickets for Dear Evan Hansen and or Jesus Christ Superstar, you will receive new tickets for these shows once dates have been finalized. Any questions regarding any and all of this should be directed to our box office at 401-421-2787. On a different note, as many of you may have noticed, the terracotta facade of the theater is being replaced. The original facade has withstood the elements for 92 years and has served us well. The new terracotta pieces have been custom made for PPAC in California, so when you return here for shows, please take a good look at the front of the theater, which is being beautifully restored with expected completion January of 21. This project is assisted by the State Preservation Grant from the Rhode Island Historical Preservation and Heritage Commission and the Champlain Foundation, and we greatly appreciate their support. We look forward to welcoming you back to the theater soon for the excitement of live performances. As we enter this holiday season, we want to acknowledge how grateful we are to have all of you as part of the PPAC family. We appreciate your support and we send our warmest wishes to you and your families. Please stay safe and well. Thanks.